What's up guys, my name is Robbie and welcome to this little tutorial video. Today I'm going to show you guys my HD PVR capturing settings and my Sony Vegas render settings. This is going to be a really helpful video, so I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys stay tuned for all the information that's going to be in this video. So first off, you open up your HD PVR capture settings. Again, this is for HD PVR, not Blackmagic, Dazzle, or EasyCap, or any of that. This is for HD PVR only. As you can see, I have Total Media Extreme 2 up. If you're, there's two softwares. There's Total Media Extreme 1 and 2. Total Media Extreme 2, as you can see, is gray, and Total Media Extreme 1 is blue. Total Media Extreme 1 and 2 have a little difference that I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit. Okay, so once you have this up, as you can see, my HD PVR is shown on the screen in the little capture section. As you can see, my Xbox guide is up and going. And then now, okay, here's the settings that we need to change. Device settings, there's nothing in here that we need to change. None of this, you can just stay on default. Format settings is where we need to go. Format settings, there's a couple things to change. Make sure your bitrate is on 13.5 megabits per second, and make sure your constant bitrate is on constant bitrate, not variable bitrate. Make sure it's on constant, and make sure these two boxes are unchecked. Now, here's where it gets good. This is where your big quality comes in. If these are not on 0, these Luma and Chroma, I think they're pronounced, I'm not too sure. 0, I know it says off. That is a lie. 20 is max. Watch, I'll show you guys. I'll put it on 20 for you guys. Okay. Oops. 20. Apply. Okay. Look at that quality. That's terrible. Okay, so make sure that stuff is on 0, or your quality will be not as good. So might as well change that back to 0 and change that back to 0. Alright, so make sure those two are on 0, and make sure this is on use AC3 audio encoder. Okay, so once you're done capturing, you got your gameplay or montage clip or whatever you got, you're going to need to go to this program called Sony Vegas. I have Pro 10, Pro 10, Pro 11, Pro 9, they're all the same thing, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's open up a little clip that I got. Let's see here. We'll just open up a leftover clip. Okay, nice throwing knife on carbon. We'll use this. Okay, that always pops up. Okay, my computer's running a little slow in Sony Vegas. Alright, here we go. Alright, the first thing you want to do is when you get your clip in Sony Vegas. Now, Sony Vegas adds a little preset motion blur. So when your video is going through and you see like this little blurriness, this is how you get rid of it. It happens to everything in Sony Vegas, so don't think your video is like, 1 out of a million. Okay, so you gotta, I'll do it again for you guys. I'll do that kind of quick. Right click, properties, disable resample. Okay, disabling resample is a big factor in Sony Vegas. If you do not do it, then your video is not going to look as good as it could have been. And also another thing, HD PVR, if you're recording with that, as long as that's what this video is about, is recording with an HD PVR. So they record with these preset black lines. Now I've already rendered this clip, so it's going to look different than what your guys is going to look. Okay, well, there's going to be black lines. I'm pointing at my monitor right here, but like above the map, or like above, like the screen, there would be black lines that you can actually see in the YouTube video. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to use a preset. Now I have mine as No Line Steve because I got this tip from Steve Schwint. And okay, you can copy my numbers. The width is 1296.0. The height is 713.8. The X center is 640.0. Y center is 360.0. Angle is 0. X center is 600. It's the same as the top, 640. Y center is 360. And maintain aspect ratio is on yes. And stretch to fill frame is on yes. So make sure those stuff is right. Okay, Now here is where you need to copy most of these settings. Okay, this is project properties. All you have to do is click on this little arrow right here, and your thing should be on 1280 by 720. Make sure field disorder is on none, pixel aspect ratio is on square, output ratio is on 0, frame rate 59.94 double NTSC. That is the highest quality excuse me, highest quality you can get on YouTube, so you want to have the best quality. Stereoscopic 3D mode, I don't even know what that is, so just turn that off. 32-bit floating range, full range, 2.222 video, best, Gaussian, and none. Motion blur, make sure that it's on Gaussian, and full resolution render quality, make sure that it's on best as usual. You don't want none other than the best quality. So make sure this is checked. Adjust source media to better match project or render settings, and you can either click this if you want. Sure, I'll click it, I don't know why. Audio, I want to make sure I have the best audio, so I guess you could turn it all the way up. I have mine on 48,000, and it seems to be working fine, so 48,000 is a good way to go. 16 is your bit depth, and resample and stretch quality is on best. Okay, record files user, you can record that whatever you want to your desktop or whatever. Ruler, beats per minute, 120 beats per measure for note that gets 1 beat quarter. Summary, that doesn't have to do anything, and neither does audio CD. Okay, now what I do to make my quality a little bit better in Sony Vegas is I go down to sharpen, and I already have a preset, but my preset, I switch it off between 0.111 and 0.555 depending on the map. As you can see here, I have it on 0.111, and the sharpen, it does add a lot bigger and better quality to your video. Also, you can also add some brightness and contrast. Excuse me, I have a little preset. Excuse me, I have a little preset here. You guys can copy it if you want. It's a nice little color correction, as you can see there. You can use it if you want, and yeah. Now let's move on to the render settings. Okay, render as, you go to file, render as you've seen before, and now I render in WMV. WMV is a really good way to render, because when you're uploading a YouTube video, it uploads and processes at the same time, so it saves you guys really a lot of property, or not property, a lot of time when you're uploading your video. So if you're wanting to get back on do something on your computer, render in WMV, it's quicker, and it just saves you a lot of time. So template, and that's just I named it best render settings. Okay, you want to click on custom. Now you want to copy these down. Include in video mode, quality VBR, Windows media audio 9.2, VBR quality 9.8, 48 KHZ stereo. Yeah, that's basically just the last one. Video bitrate VBR peak. That is very important. If it's not on that, your video is not going to look good. Format Windows Media 9 advanced profile. I guess you could do that. I'm not too sure. I just have mine on advanced profile, so I'd be rolling with that if I was you. High definition, of course, 1280 by 720. That is the biggest. That is how big the frame is on the HD PVR. That's what it records with. So, and then you want to have your pixel aspect ratio on square. Make sure this is on 59.94 if you're recording with a montage clip. Montage clips, you want your montage to be highest quality. If I'm doing a gameplay, then I drop that down to 29.97. Make sure that this is on 7. Make sure that this is on 9.6. Make sure this is on 20, and make sure this is on 3. And you always want to save it as well. Bitrate, that doesn't have anything to do with it. Neither does index, summary, and project. Make sure your video rendering quality is on best. As usual, you want the best quality. That doesn't have anything. So now we can render. But yeah, as you can see, just hit save and then it'll render, but I don't want to render over this clip. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial, and if you have any questions, write them in the comments below, and remember to give this video a like, maybe a little favorite, and maybe tell your friends about this if they have any mixed opinions on their rendering settings or any confusion about their HD PVR. So I hope you have, guys, a good day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.